right, guys, so 3.2b lesson is less about models and more about just using what you know to crank out some answers. Okay, so it says to review, draw a model for, take away three groups of x plus 1, then rewrite the expression in equivalent form. All right, so we've got, for taking away, we need to put some zero pairs. X plus 1, negative x, negative 1. X plus 1, negative x, negative 1. X plus 1, negative x, negative 1. All right, if we're taking away three groups of x plus 1, there's 1, there's 2, there's 3. Our answer is 3 negative x's plus 3 negative unit tiles. All right, so now the next chunk here, 1 through 9, we are just cranking out. So simplify, be ready to justify your answer. All right, so 4 groups of x and 4 groups of 1 would be 4x plus 4. This is the opposite of a positive x and the opposite of a positive 2. That would be a negative x and a negative 2. The opposite of a positive 3x and the opposite of a positive 2 would be negative 3x plus negative 2. Okay, that's very similar to like, this is the same as negative 1 distributing in. Same with this. This is like a negative 1 distributing in. Okay. All right, this guy. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times positive 3 is negative 6. Okay, you might write it like that. Either way is fine. All right, this guy, negative 3 times x, negative 3 times, think of this as a negative 2. Think of it as negative 3 x plus negative 2. So this would be plus 6. I'm going to put a box around it because it's kind of encroaching upon what I wrote here. All right, this guy's backwards. Okay, you could think of this as 2 groups of 3 plus negative x, if that's helpful. Okay, you would get 6 plus a negative 2x, or 6 minus 2x. Let me scooch that up. All right, this guy, you might want to think of this as negative 2 times 5 plus negative 3x. Okay, you would get negative 10 plus 6x as an answer. Okay, this is the opposite, or a negative 1 into that. You might want to think of that as 4 plus negative 3x. So that would be a negative 4 plus 3x. And then this guy, this would be a negative 8x plus a negative 12, or negative 8x minus 12. Let me scooch that up. All right, now the rest of these problems are these inside of problems like this. Okay, just like that. All right, so we're simplifying, making it as tight as possible, getting all the x's together, getting all the numbers together. All right, so this would be 3x minus x. I'm going to underline the terms with x's. That's a 2x and then plus 5. Okay, this would be 3x plus 6. Okay, a couple of steps on this one, and I expect you to write your steps. Okay, you'll get lost otherwise. Okay, distributing this in first, negative 3x plus negative 6 plus x plus, I'm changing that to a negative 4. Okay, now the x terms are those, and the numeric terms are those. So negative 3x plus x is negative 2x, and negative 6 plus negative 4 is negative 10. Okay, so you could write it as negative 2x minus 10 if that's better for you. All right, next page. Okay, again, we're gonna distribute first, and I'm changing my minus signs to plus negatives. 3x plus 5 plus a negative x plus, this would be 3x plus 6. Okay, now, here are my x terms. And then here are my numeric terms. So my x terms, 3x, negative x, and 3x make, doesn't look like a 5. That's a 5x. And then 5 and 6, positive. So 5x plus 11 is what that turns out to be. Okay, the next one. Okay, be very careful because this is a negative 3 being distributed. So let me rewrite this. 3x plus 5 plus a negative x plus a negative 3 groups of x plus 2. All right, so this negative 3 distributes first. So I'm just rewriting all these the way that they are. Negative 3x plus negative 6. Okay, now let's look for the x terms. 3x, x, negative 3x. That all makes negative x. And then let's look at 5 and a negative 6. That's negative 1. So you could write it like that, or negative x minus 1. Either way. Okay, this guy. 2x, and that happens first. Okay, I might think of that as plus a negative. So that would be 2x plus negative 2 plus 4x plus a negative 6 plus 2x. So I changed all the minus signs to plus negatives just so it's easier for my brain. Okay, now let's look at the like terms. 2x, 4x, 2x is 8x. Negative 2 and negative 6 is negative 8. Or you could have written 8x minus 8. All right, this guy. I'm going to rewrite that like that. So negative 2 times x and negative 2 times negative 1. I'm going to rewrite that minus 6 as plus a negative 6. All right, so there it is with all the minuses rewritten as plus negatives. The x terms. So it looks like 4x is what that all combines to. And then I've got 2 and negative 6. That makes a negative 4. Or x minus 4. This guy. Think of it like a x plus negative 3. Do not make the 7. You have to distribute. You have to multiply. PEMDAS says multiply before you add. So this is going to be 5 plus 2x plus negative 6. So this one hangs out, the 2x, and then 5 and a negative 6 make negative 1. Either way. All right. I'm going to rewrite this like that. So 7x plus negative 6x plus negative 2. These two are like terms, x, and then plus the negative 2 just hangs out. Either way. This guy. 6x plus 2x minus 3. This negative 2 distributes in. So plus a negative 6x plus a negative 10. Let's underline everything with x's. Boom, boom, boom. That would be 2x. Negative 3, negative 10. Okay, and maybe you want to make this up here into plus a negative. Negative 3 and negative 10. Negative 13. Okay, number 20. I'm going to change this. So negative 9x plus 6x plus a negative 15 plus 10. These two are like terms, so negative 3x. And these two are like terms, plus a negative 5. Negative 3x minus 5. All right, number 21, we're getting there. Changing this to that and this to that. Okay, now this, the parentheses don't even really need to be there. This is like a 1 being distributed. That would just leave 5 plus negative 3x plus negative 7x plus 4. So the key is get rid of the parentheses first. Then look for your like terms. Negative 3x and negative 7x make negative 10x plus 9. All right, this guy. All right, this is like a negative 1 distributing in. So that'd be a negative 4x plus 3 plus a negative 5x plus 2. Like terms, negative 9x is what those two combine to get, and then plus 5. Okay, last two. 9 plus negative 8x, so I just did that. And then this guy is like the opposite of these. So we're going to have a negative x and a negative 2. All right, so it looks like negative 8x and negative x make negative 9x. 9 and negative 2 make 7. All right, and then this last one. All right, this would be 5 plus negative 2x. Okay, and this is like the opposite of 7, would be negative 7. And this is like the opposite of a negative x, would be positive x. So negative 2x, positive 1x makes a negative 1x. I should have done that in pink, but I'll mess that up. And then my 5 and a negative 7 make negative 2. So negative x minus 2 could also have been the way that you wrote that answer. All right, guys, that's it.